Okay, so hello, Rona. Great to see you.
Yeah,
Great to have
nice.
catch up.
It's been a long time, Tina. Nice to speak to you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you
Yeah,
for doing this.
yes.
I really appreciate your time,
Mhm,
and your openness in
mhm,
sharing your Slim for Life journey.
mhm.
So, do you mind if I ask you to share what your life was like before joining Slim for Life program?
Um, Very much on-off diet, yo-yo dieted, had different things, as you know, to help me diet. It turned out not to work. My biggest problem wasn't so much getting the weight off, releasing the weight, it was keeping it off. Um, and it led to me being fed up with myself. I spent half my time being upset with myself, which made me upset with everybody else. So my week, every waking moment, just about was about food.
Was it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and as I've said to you before, I carried food. But if we went somewhere, I had food in my handbag. I made up a bag. Didn't always eat it. In fact, most of the time I didn't. But I just always had it. And as I had a fear of being hungry, and I've never been hungry in my life. I'm not,
Yeah. Yeah.
like I've never been in a situation where I couldn't get food, but it was a fear.
Yeah.
And
It's interesting that you say that. And actually, Rona, I think a lot of people have this fear. I know I did when I was carrying my extra weight, the fear of being hungry. Not that you've ever been hungry in your life, but just in case, got to have something in the bag. Um, it's interesting also that you talk about trying all the diets and the yo-yoing. You were able to lose the weight, but it always came back. And I say this often, 95% of people are failed by diets. And people think that's a really harsh statement, but actually it's true. Every person I speak to, including myself, has dieted many, many times only to pile the weight back on again. So So you're not on your own there. So what made you decide to join the Slim for Life program?
well, I, I have a hiatus hernia, and I'd been to hospital that day, and they told me I needed to lose 20 kilos before they would do the operation. And when I come home, I opened my iPad and straight onto Facebook as I do, and there was Slim for Life. Now, obviously, I joined the group at some point, don't remember doing it. And I just thought, well, this is an omen. And as you,
I
I
love it.
immediately typed out my story on the page, and you come back to me very quickly and arranged a one-to-one um, call. And that, I must say, changed a lot for me at the time. No, always stayed on track, but it certainly started me being able to change my mindset.
Yeah, yeah, wonderful, wonderful. So you saw Slim for Life and you took it as an omen. You took it as a
Yeah,
sign.
yeah, yeah,
I
I did.
love that. I love that. Absolutely love that. So what were your biggest struggles with weight loss before joining Slim for Life program?
Um, as I say, just focusing. If I could focus, I could do what it took to get rid of the weight, but I had to focus. I mean, people talk about willpower. I don't believe that it's willpower. It's a mindset. And when I had the mindset, I could lose it. But when I went on the diet, either something had happened, or I was going to a wedding, or I was going on holiday, or something like that. And I had a goal. But once the goal was passed, I forgot to eat properly. I just
Okay.
went slipped back to eating the bigger portions, whatever I wanted. If I felt I needed something sweet, I went and had something sweet. As I say, once the goal was passed, the mindset left.
Yeah.
I never had a mindset, this is for life. It was always just get me past this.
Yeah. Yeah. Get to that wedding, get to that occasion, do that trip or whatever, and then back to square one. This is, this is the power of hypnosis working directly on the subconscious part of the mind. It instills these habits in your mind, so that they become a permanent way of life. That's why I call the program Slim for Life. But specifically, how has Slim for Life changed that for you? Have you become more focused? Have you become more focused?
Yeah, I did become more focused. I understood part of it, a certain amount, maybe not 100% at that point, why I was, after I'd spoken to yourself, why I was like that. After listening to the different hypnosis, I think I was in most of their lives, although as you do know, I'm an early bedder and your lives just kind of come in at the time. And sometimes I'm not sure whether I stayed awake or I was just under. But most nights when you counted back, I was there. There was a few I wasn't. But it completely changed my outlook in life. And I was more confident in me. I was more confident I could do it. I could do this diet. I could tackle things that were upsetting me in other ways other than food.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Great result. Great result. Great result. This is the thing. And again, I sound like a broken record sometimes saying this, but excess weight is emotional. And when you become emotionally stronger, you are able to cope with those other things in life that previously caused to go and eat. So I love that. Thank you. So what specific results have you achieved? I mean, Slim for Life is about weight loss. It's about going down the dress sizes. It's about confidence, health, agility. It's about so many things. Well, what's changed for you?
Again, self-confidence. I feel better about myself looking at myself in the mirror. I still haven't achieved, I can't smile at myself. You know how we did that exercise? I can't do, I don't know why. I can't smile for a picture. I've always been like that. I will occasionally allow people to take pictures now, where before it was a definite no. I'm sure you went down that route yourself way back in the day.
Only this bit.
Yes. Yeah. Even that I didn't like sometimes, but anyway. The fact that I was releasing the weight again helped in my confidence, helped me feel better. I never, to begin with, weighed myself. I weighed myself at the very first, and then I had a dress that I had bought, and I wanted to get into this dress, and for it to not get into it, I wanted it to fit me, which is a different thing from getting into it. So every 10 days or so, I would try it on. And to be honest with you, by the time it fitted properly, I didn't want to wear it. But I then moved on to something else. So I started off about 16 or 18, and then I went down to a 14. As I said to you, I lost my way a bit and I put some back on. Tried a few different things were going on. But 1st of October, I don't know why, I decided this is the time we need to start trying this again. And the weight came off very, very slowly, but as it began to build up to a bigger number, my confidence started to come back. And I would say maybe the last 6 weeks or so, I'm back to where I was. I've lost more, but I'm back to where I was with my mindset.
Yeah.
That so I'm still there. I'm still able to take the smaller portions. I still sometimes load my plate like I did before I lost the biggest bulk of my weight years ago. And then I think that's ridiculous. Why are you doing that? Because I couldn't possibly eat it, but that's a good feeling. It's a good feeling that I know I shouldn't have done that. But I don't, more recently, even what I put in my plate, I stop before I'm finished because I know I'm full. I know I've had enough. Not so much full, but I've had enough. And I've seen me taking one more forkful and then I put it down. It doesn't matter what's in my plate. And that's me, I'm fine. I've stopped the snacking in between very much. I still enjoy my coffee. But that's about it.
Wonderful. Wonderful. So you stop the snacking in between as well, which is great.
Yeah.
Recognizing when you're hungry and when you're full is obviously one of the key aspects of life, and you're doing exactly that, which is wonderful. So at the moment, you've released approximately how much?
15 from when I first met you.
15 kilograms.
Yeah.
15 kilograms is wonderful. Absolutely wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
And how do you feel now compared to where you started?
I feel in myself more confident, definitely more confident, and more genuine confidence. Does that make sense? There's no because just that it's if I back at somebody, it's because I feel it, not because I feel I should. To save face, I think
So it's natural self-expression.
Yes. I think more of myself than I did it before. It was always everybody else was first. There's still a close second, all my family, but I've got to make sure I'm all right so as I can make sure they're all right. It's a bit like put your mask on in the plane before you help anyone else.
Yes.
I have to know that I'm all right because I can't help somebody properly if I'm not all right. The fact that I can get into clothes that I never thought I would see again, because over the years I've said I'm throwing that size out, I'll never be back to that size. And I've been back, but I'm actually getting to the stage where I'm thinking, no, I'm not going back. I can't go back to that. And I have in me not to go back to that this time, which I've never had before. And I would even say in the last few weeks, I've achieved more of that. That's become foremost in my mind than it was before. And maybe that's part of the reason I feel, because I just wasn't 100% ready. But although I felt I did, but this time I just feel completely different from even the few months ago or a year ago when I started with you. Even when I was away from doing the right thing, you were always in my mind. You were sitting there going, portion control, portion control. And I'm going,
but it's crucial, if we want to shrink and tone our stomach, we've got to put less in.
Yes.
It's actually not rocket science. The hypnosis does, of course, help that to be cemented as a new habit in the subconscious part of the mind. But this is just wonderful to hear, Rona. Thank you so much for sharing this. What surprised you about the program? Had you had hypnosis before?
Would you believe way back in the day I went to a hypnosis thing and they gave you the circly thing? You know, the thing, the black and white circle that you started going in, that supposedly hypnotized you.
Oh,
Now,
okay, yes.
And
that was a long time ago.
It was. And my sister and I both went, and the doctor, it was a hotel room, believe it or not, he hypnotized, did the hypnosis bit, and I woke up and I looked at my sister and I was like, it didn't work for you, did it? She says no. And I was saying, did it work for me really? Or did I just want it to work? Did lose a bit, but no enough. I never went back because I just I wasn't happy. I don't know what he was, the guy that did it at all, but it was just everybody was doing it. I did the pins in my ears for the acupuncture as well, way back in the day. But this is different because I don't need to do that or lying thinking myself in a beach somewhere with this thing spinning.
Yeah. So
Sometimes
did that surprise you? Did it surprise
right
you? A
that
new,
worked this yes, it worked this time. Yeah. It changed my mindset. It certainly didn't change my mindset then. It was still about a goal. When I did it before this time, it was nothing to do with a goal. There was a goal because the hospital, but I lost it and I'm combating again, nothing to do with the hospital because I liked being down that 10 kilos.
yes, feels good.
That's what pushed me back, and I knew it worked. Started listening to your hypnosis again, because I've still got it because I was on the live, and listening to yourself. Some of the things that were going through the Facebook page as well, was interesting to read, and it just I believe what you're saying, and that's the difference. That's the difference. I need
Yeah.
somebody that I can believe in to listen to me and to explain to me. I'm very childlike, and I need a thing explained. And once it's explained and I understand,
Yeah.
doesn't matter if I like it or not, I understand it, and that's how it'll go.
I think we're all like that though, Rona. You know, I think we all we all need to find something within ourselves that connects with the idea.
Yeah,
You know, and one of the most important aspects of Slim for Life is wanting it, and wanting the goal to be for life rather than wanting the goal, in your case, for that wedding or that birthday or that occasion.
yeah,
Actually wanting Slim for Life to be for your life.
yeah.
It sounds to me, listening to you today, it sounds to me as though that is a big aspect of the change that you've made.
Yes,
Well,
yes, yes, it definitely is. It's a want to be like that. It's say not a specific goal. I've got, right, as I keep saying, I've got this operation, but I've got no wedding. I've got nothing I need to look good for. Now, it doesn't matter how much weight I have to lose for the op. It doesn't matter how I look.
yeah,
But it is to me how I look in a dress and a pair of trousers or a suit, something that I've picked out. I think that looks lovely. There's nothing worse than putting something on and you think, oh my God, why did I bother? I don't get that.
we've all
Just,
been there.
yes, yes. I don't get that as often now. I think maybe I'm just a bit more discerning about what I pick, but sometimes I pick something I think, well, maybe it's not just quite right for me, and I put it on and think, oh, it fits. It's fine. My stomach's
Okay,
not sticking out. I don't need to put something over the top to make sure it's looking perfect or anything like that. But see
great.
that as for me, when it comes down to it, it's for me. It's
Yes,
not for anybody else or anything else.
wonderful,
Mm.
wonderful.
Mm.
Um, so, so in conclusion, would you recommend the Slim for Life program?
No,
Tell
not
us,
at
and if
all.
so, why? Not one bit.
No, not one bit. No, all joking aside, I have spoken to people, but difficult to get people to understand unless they actually take the time and the trouble to come on to you.
Yeah,
But I would recommend to anyone and everyone that wants to release weight to come on to at least onto the page and forget, as you keep telling us, forget the word diet. It's about how at the end of the day you want to look when you're out there, and you make it easier. You make it, I'm not saying you make it easy because I don't think it's ever easy until you get down there. And
yeah,
but you make it so much easier to keep it in your mind in the right way. It's not a slog.
yeah,
It's somewhere you want to be and you want to get there. And when your wee cards, I mean, right when you said, right,
Okay.
you told me you have to lose 20 kilos. You talk as if I've lost 20 kilos, and
As
that's
if
how,
it's already done. Yes.
yes, and that's how I always look at it. Even although I know what I have to get still to do to get to 20 kilos, it's that was a surprise. And it was a
Yeah.
surprise again that it worked, because it did for me anyway.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you.
Mm.
Thank you. Yes, sometimes, writing the goal in the present tense as if it's already done. Um, People sometimes struggle with that. Why? Because I'm not there yet.
Mm.
But the subconscious part of the mind doesn't know the difference between what's imagined and what's real. So when you write, I've already done it, your subconscious mind believes that you're already there and therefore looks for the ways and the means to cause this to happen faster for you.
Mm.
So, I love hearing your journey because you made that commitment to yourself and you followed through. You may have had a little bit of time where you were not as focused as you could have been,
Mm.
but then when you pulled it all back, your subconscious mind was saying, yep, we're back on track now.
No, yeah, yeah.
Go for it.
I think that's what pulled me back. It wasn't a conscious decision to get back on track. It just seemed to happen.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And
Wonderful.
well,
Wonderful.
so
Yeah.
thank you very much for the
Well,
opportunity.
Rona, thank you. Thank you very much for joining me today, and congratulations on what you've achieved so far. I look forward to seeing you in the epic challenge, the 3-day challenge coming up soon. And just thank you for being so open and sharing your story. I really appreciate you.
Thank you very much for asking me. Thank you.
Bye for
Bye.
now, Rona. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.